Hey there GTA fans, how do you do? My name is Rue399 and today I'm going to be representing GTAVCentral on the YouTubes, and today we're going to be speculating a little bit more about Grand Theft Auto 5. Of course, this is a GTA 5 channel. Anyway, so what was it I wanted to explore a little bit with you guys today? I wanted to delve into the thought of being able to buy houses again, being able to buy property in Grand Theft Auto. We know in San Andreas, if you had the right amount of dosh, if you could put the green up in front, you could own property. Now, there wasn't exactly too much you could do there. Obviously, it may open up new clothes, new save houses, places you can save, maybe a garage or two. There was a fair bit you could actually do with these houses, but what could they add to it? What could they add in the next game where maybe, I was trying to think about how it would work. I would love to have it in multiplayer. But mainly in single player, it would be really interesting to see if you could have personal belongings, stuff that you could just leave lying about. Like maybe you could walk in, you've saved and you want to pick up a gun which is on the side. There's like a cabinet and you keep your guns in it. Possibly you'd be able to take your pistol out, put it on the table, pick up another gun and just walk off. Maybe you could just leave the gun there. You don't have to even hide it somewhere. You don't have to swap it out and you just can't pick it up again. Maybe there's designated areas which you could just put your gun down in. And whilst you're gone, you have the risk of being robbed. Now, obviously, if you're a big name and you have a large house, it's harder to rob, and maybe you could have a security put in place. But that would go the same vice versa. So if somebody else in the game has a house in both single player and multiplayer, you could go and rob them. And depending on how big they are and how much of a property they have, if they have security, will depend how difficult it is to actually steal from them. And obviously, depending who it is, what kind of person it is you're robbing, depends on what kind of personal belongings they have, like which car, which bike, maybe they're a biker, which weapons they have, which clothes they wear. You know what I mean? Like you're starting to see a picture of what I'm trying to get at. Now, why would I think that would be a great thing to implement into Grand Theft Auto? It's something which hasn't really been explored too much before. Obviously, as I said, in San Andreas you could buy property, and in Vice City you could buy property as well and do missions from it, but there's never been too much of a focus at that location. Like in San Andreas, what would you use it for? You'd go and save, change your clothes maybe, and bugger off again. That's what you'd use it for. In Vice City, you'd go in, you'd buy the property, you'd go in, and there'd be a mission there. Once that mission's, it's a mission brief, you go off and do something else elsewhere. This would central it. This would make it more central and engage the actual property a lot more by actually having things go on in there. Maybe you could have a pet, and you'd have to go home and feed the pet, walk the dog. Oh, that sounds a bit silly to have it in a Grand Theft Auto game, but you know what I mean. If you've got people who want to rob you, and maybe even heck set fire to your place, you could go in and do that. And even if you did something terribly bad, maybe even the mafia could come in and just destroy the entire place. So you're walking along, you've got your nice stolen Zephyr, you come in and, hang on a minute, where's my home? They've just burnt it down. People have burnt it down. Then you could become homeless, and that would make a huge kind of exploration of money and home and things like that. It would be a huge leap for Grand Theft Auto because you couldn't be homeless before. You always had somewhere to go, really. You've always had somewhere to be, and if you could actually live in a tent in Grand Theft Auto, even if it was for a limited amount of time. Imagine how that would be. Just think about that. You've still got the missions. Missions are still the same. Mini games are still the same. Everything else is the same. But your location and quality of life can change as well. That'd be a really interesting feature I would like to see implemented into Grand Theft Auto 5, guys. If you agree with me or if you disagree with me, why do you disagree with me? Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section below. I would absolutely love to hear your responses with this. I've been kind of concocting a bit of an image in my mind for the last week or so, and I thought I'd share it with you guys as well. So as I said, please go ahead and leave a comment, leave a video response if you'd like, and go ahead, subscribe, share the channel around if you'd like as well. I do thank you for watching. I have been Rue399 discussing houses and different things like that on Grand Theft Auto 5. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all later.